Can anybody hear me? This is Jeff Hale. So Cynthia Haggard said can't hear.
I can hear you, Mr. Hale.
Okay, now we're good.
Okay.
Okay, I was worried I wasn't gonna, that you weren't gonna be able to hear me, so. I had my tech guy on the phone.
Okay, we'll call the February planning and zoning meeting to order. Is the meeting properly noticed?
Yes, it was.
Thank you. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call. Let the record show that all committee members are present. I know. Or you're all here. Well, she don't count.
Should we stand?
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5.
Oh, there he is back there.
Six.
You ought to be in the front row.
Oh, no way.
All the freaking president.
That's a spot.
Here we need a motion to approve the agenda
I'll make that motion.
and second, Jay. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. Need a motion to approve the January 4th minutes? Jody? John? Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. We have a sign-up sheet for public participation. If anybody would like to speak on an agenda item, please sign the sheet. Next one, correspondence. Any? No. No correspondence? Surveyors report. Jerry?
Come back to him.
Okay, we'll come back.
Go,
to surveyor. Register of deeds. Judy. Julie. Okay, come back.
She's a one-man operation down there right now until the new person is hired, so we might have to come back to her when she's available, not at the counter.
Land information. That would be Julie as well.
Nope, that's Sam.
So that's Sam.
So all good. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, guys, I don't have a lot. Only thing on for land information is our land information office signed the Next Gen 911 grant award package. With this being signed, we can begin working with GeoCom as is provided funding for our emergency 911 data creation and preparation. These grant funds may be used up until June 30th, 2024, but we plan on doing that very soon with GeoCom. So that is the only thing that land information has to report.
Okay, thank you.
I do see Julie is available now.
Julie,
Hello.
register of deeds.
Well, it's been quite a month. Jody's retired. I took over, so I'm kind of doing the daily D stuff and trying to learn all of her role. We've we've recorded 379 documents in January. Our transfer returns for the last month are comparable to the past 2 Januaries. I recorded 3 transportation project plats. Last week we had a $1.1 million sale from Sedge Village. And today I got another one for $1.3 million. Next week, we will be interviewing on Tuesday for a replacement in here for my position. So we had a lot of good applicants, so hopeful to get somebody in here by the end of the month. I think that's all I got right now.
Okay, what do you have for land info? Okay, I'm confused. Thank you, Julie. Rural address change request.
Hello. This came about, a gentleman had called, he was actually looking to purchase one of these parcels, and that's how it came about. He was actually asking, I see that it says it's 1860, but the driveway is on Birch. So we checked into it, and then in the process, we see the one across the way was the same way. So to follow our normal guidelines, I'm asking you to take a look at this and see if it's feasible, and you'll authorize that we can make this the right way. I put what the addresses would be, should you authorize it.
Any questions from the committee? Jody?
Yes, I was just curious. It appears with the aerial that the driveways are on Birch.
I went out and checked it,
Okay.
and it's definitely, nobody has used anything off of Dover for quite some time, and they're actually fenced in. The front areas on that are all fenced in like a yard. So there really isn't any place to put a driveway if they drove it, so.
Thank you.
Anybody else? And I guess I need a motion to accept the change.
I'll make a motion.
Bruce
Second.
and Jody second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, yes.
Gilner,
Yes.
Jody, or Shaky,
Yes.
Turco.
Yes.
Carvalho,
Yes.
Dolzel,
Yes.
Beeson.
Yes.
Knockreiner,
Yes.
Sale,
Yes.
Okay. Motion passes, changes are approved.
All right, we will get on it. Thank you.
Okay, now we'll open the public hearing portion of the meeting. First one.
I think you guys have heard me read this one before. The first application is for D Hobbs. It's a reopen or rezone request for a parcel, 1.94 acres. From B1 rural business to R1 single family residential. On property located in the northeast quarter, southeast quarter, section 18, township 19 north, range 5 east, known as lot 3, Spring Creek Landing. Parcel 18-1300-703. It is in the town of Monroe. It has been on the agenda for the last couple of months and it has been being tabled. We have now received the town participation form from the town of Monroe. They do not object to the request. And they did that at their January 24th, 2023 meeting. Additionally, I did receive correspondence from the highway department and they have no concerns with the request. I did not receive any other correspondence.
Okay, is the requester in the room?
Is that for me? This is
Yes.
Dion. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have anything to add?
Oh, I don't. No, just hoping it gets approved.
Okay, any questions from the committee? Yeah. Is there anybody out there that wishes to speak in favor of this request? Is there anyone that wishes to speak against this request? Hearing none, it's up to the committee.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Randy, what's that motion?
Second,
Jody, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Chaffee,
yes.
Turco.
Yes.
Carbolio,
Yes.
Dolzel,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Knockreiner,
Yes.
Gilmer,
Yes.
Fail,
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. This has to be on the next county board meeting. February 21st at 6 P.M.
The next application is for Vaughn Roads, reopen rezone request for a parcel 2.07 acres from B1 rural business to R1 single family residential and property located in the northeast quarter, southeast quarter, section 18, township 19 north, range 5 east, known as lot 4, Spring Creek Landing, parcel 18-1300-704, town of Monroe. Again, it has been tabled for the last couple of months. And I did receive the town participation form. The town of Monroe does not object, and they did that at their January 24th, 23 meeting. And I received, the highway department also had no concerns with this request, and I received no other correspondence.
Okay, is the applicant in the room? Or online?
Yes,
Do you have anything to add?
I don't.
Okay. Is there anyone out there that wishes to speak in favor of this request? Is there anyone out there that wishes to speak against this request? Hearing none, it's up to the committee. Jody,
Make a motion to approve the rezone request.
you have a motion to approve the request. Jay, second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Turco.
Yes.
Carbolio,
Yes.
Dolzel,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Knockreiner,
Yes.
Gilmer,
Yes.
Chaffee,
Yes.
Fail,
Yes.
Okay, this too will have to be on the full county board, February 21st, 6 P.M. Next one.
Next application is for Wilbur Ellis Company, reopen a tabled rezone request for a parcel 8.909 acres from A135 exclusive ag, A3 secondary ag, and I1 industrial to all I1 industrial on property located in the northwest quarter, southwest quarter, the southwest quarter, southwest quarter, the southeast quarter, southwest quarter, section 8, township 16 north, range 7 east, known as lot 1, CSM 6520, parcel 20-125-20 in the town of Newchester. The address is 2586 Ave. This is I did receive the town participation form. The town of Newchester at their January 16th meeting did not object to this request. I did not receive any other correspondence. If you look at the maps, the one parcel has 3 different zoning districts on it. It was a little odd how they've done it over the years, and this request would make it all the same.
What do they want to do?
They are adding, so this is, they're adding a large storage tank right behind the main building. There's also about a 40 by 40 addition going on the railroad track side of the, basically expanding the business.
Is the requester in the room or online?
Yes, we're good.
Hey, you have anything to add?
I do not. We're just here to answer any questions.
Okay, does the committee have any questions? Who wants to talk? Surprise. Okay. Is there anyone else out there that would like to speak in favor of this proposal? Is there anyone that wishes to speak against this proposal? Hearing none, it's up to the committee.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Move to approve by Bruce,
Second it.
second by Randy. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Carbolio,
Yes.
Dolzel,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Knockrainer,
Yes.
Gilmer,
Yes.
Sheepy,
Yes,
Turco.
Yes.
Sale.
Yes.
Okay, it's approved. It has to go before the full county board on the 21st at 6 p.m. in this room. Next one.
The next application is for Jeffrey Hale and Jacqueline Hale, 2003 revocable trust. Rezone request for a portion of a parcel, 5 acres, from A135 exclusive A under comprehensive zoning and conservancy under shoreline wetland and habitat protection zoning to A3 secondary A and recreational residential respectively on property located in the northeast quarter, northwest quarter, and the northwest quarter, section 31, township 18 north, range 6 east, known as lot 1 CSM 2893, parcel 24-1015. It is in the town of Preston. The address is 1385 check out. I did receive the town participation form from the town of Preston. They had no objection to the request at their December 28th last year meeting. And I did receive correspondence from Dorothy Collar, maybe, at 1887 13th Drive. I support Jeff Hale for requests of rezone to build a new home. Another one from Darren Geezy. Dennis Geezy, Greasy, wow, I'm not close at all. Support rezoning land for the construction of a new home by Jeff Hale at 1385 Check Ave. Bill Miller, I support the rezoning of property belonging to Jeff Hale at Preston Township for building purposes. This one is from Floyd and Amanda Lindsay. We are in support of Jeff Hale's request for rezone to build a new home down by the pond. Lauren Greasy supported Jeff Hale request for rezone to build a new home by pond. Frank Berg, I support Jeff Hale's application for rezone 5 acres by the pond to build a new home. Jerry Johnston, I support the rezoning of Jeff Hale's property to build a house. I live just to the east of this property at 1790 Drive. And Susan Smith, I support the rezoning for Jeff Hale to build a new home on his property. I, Lester and Anita Wilson, support Jeff Hale's request to build a new home at 1385 Check Ave. Gail and Ronald Brindle are in support of Jeff Hale to build a new home. I support Jeff Hale's plan to build a residence to replace the current structure at 1385 Check Ave. I support the rezoning of the property to accommodate same, and that is Bill Jefferson at 1900 13th Drive.
Yeah,
Is all I have.
Mr. Hale, you online?
Yes,
He is online.
you are muted.
Mr. Hale, do you have anything to add?
He's trying to talk, but it shows he's muted. No?
Okay, how about now?
Now I hear you.
Okay. Well, we've been at the property since 1995 and I've been pretty happy living in that old 1800s log cabin, but lately the floors are caving in and the rodents have kind of penetrated a good part of the building. And I actually probably would still be happy living there, but I caught a case of ehrlichiosis in November and damn near died from it. It's a tick-borne illness that gets passed from a white-footed deer mouse. And if not for that, I probably wouldn't be at the board to request to build a new house. So that's where we're at, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any questions from the committee? I have you. Jay, first?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I know, so can we get a quick brief overview of what conservancy means?
Well, the Conservancy District is back in the early 70s. In theory, it's supposed to have something to do with floodplain, wetland, but there can also be uplands in between. It was a broad broad brush that was originally used. And this area was included in that. They would still need to comply with anything in the floodplain ordinance, and there's, from what I can tell, no wetlands anywhere near the area where they're building. So that would be, I guess, the bulk of conservative. That was the idea behind the conservancy district. And now there's other ordinance, he still has to follow all of their ordinances. So if anything like that comes up, you would have to address that as well. That answer your question?
Thanks.
So then, to my understanding, once this rezone goes through, they would need to apply to get it out of conservancy?
That's what they're doing right now.
Okay.
This is, it says it in the public here, or public notice, there's actually this case where both shoreline zoning and comprehensive zoning apply on this property. And it doesn't happen very often, but they actually have to change the zoning district from out of both ordinances in order to build. The one is from conservancy to recreational residential. At that point, anything that the shoreline ordinance under recreational residential allows for, they would be able to do.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, is there anybody out there that wishes to speak in favor of this request? Is there anyone that wishes to speak against this request? Hearing none, it's up to the committee.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Jay, second by Jody. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Dolzel,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Knopfreiner,
Yes.
Gilner,
Yes.
Shaky,
Yes.
Turco.
Yes.
Carbolio,
Yes.
Sale,
Yes.
Okay, this will be before the full county board on February 21st, 6 p.m. Next one.
The next application is for Kenneth and Richard Huber. This is a rezone request for a portion of a parcel, 4 acres from A135 exclusive ag with farm and preservation overlay to R1 large lot rural residential on property located in the southeast quarter, northeast quarter, section 15, township 14 north, range 7 east, parcel 22-265, town of New Haven. The address is 3841 County Road Key. This is part of a larger farm. I think there's a pretty detailed map in there. The request is to cut off the farm buildings, I believe. Yeah, it's online, but let's see here. Cut off the farm buildings to, I believe they have a seller for that, or a buyer for that, I mean, excuse me. And the town did decide on this on December 15th of last year. They do not object to the request. The plan commission reviewed the request and it is in compliance with both comprehensive plan and the town land division ordinance. The commission approves the request unanimously. And they did also include a copy of their board meeting minutes. And the highway department submitted a correspondence saying they had no concerns with the request.
Nothing else? Is the requester here for online? Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you went.
Do you have anything to add?
well, just that, once a guy is older than his wife, he wants a little protection of property. So I don't know if I should watch my back or not, but anyway, my stepson lives in a house and we would like to leave the house to him after we are gone. The house is a part of our 700-acre farm, and I'm leaving the rest of the farm to nephews who are all over the country. They won't need it. So this will give him something to remember me by, maybe. But the house is included with a barn, couple of machine sheds, and so forth. So we'd like to be able to transfer in the future to the stepson.
All right. Any questions from the committee? Jody?
Why was R1 large lot determined to be a good idea?
Had a conversation with the surveyor at the time, and I know he was in contact with the applicants. I had talked to them about R2. One of the primary reason was between R1 large lot and R2, you do pick up a higher percentage of ground coverage for buildings. So if they ever want to build something, going to R1 LL, they almost certainly would not be able to because they're already over the limit. R2, they would probably be able to build something not real large. The minimum lot size for R1 large lot is 2 acres, R2 is 4 acres, which is why I recommended the R2. The applicant said they didn't feel anything else needed to be built there. So that's why they went with the smaller, or the R1 large lot. The town of Del Prairie does also have in their land division ordinance, which I can't enforce, but they do. I believe they can only divide this property once every 5 years. So even though,
New Haven.
what did I say? I'm sorry. New Haven, town of New Haven has the same thing, I just mixed up the town. They wouldn't be able to redivide it into a smaller parcel yet, at least for 5 years. But that was what they opted to go with.
So I guess my question is to the gentleman, R2 allows you a little bit more flexibility as to what you can do on your land. You have buildings that sound like they house animals. Does your stepson ever have that intention to do? Do you know? So,
Probably not with his ambition.
okay,
I do have a Farm Service Agency copy of the farm with a circle of where those buildings are and a part of the farm.
my concern is that it's a bigger limitation going to R1 large lot than R2. Yeah. So that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm just making sure that you're aware. Thank you, Supervisor Turco. Because it's costly, you know, if you have to come back in and ask for another rezone,
You know, at my age, I won't worry.
you're not gonna worry. Okay, all right, that's my questions. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, is there anybody out there that wishes to speak in favor of this proposal? Is there anybody who wishes to speak against this proposal? Hearing none, it's up to the committee. Move to approve by Jay, second by Carolio. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Peterson,
Yes.
Knockrainer,
Yes.
Milner,
Yes.
Shaky,
Yes,
Turco,
Yes.
Carolio,
Yes.
Dolzel,
Yes.
Sale,
yes.
Okay. Passes, has to be before the full county board on the 21st. Excellent.
The next application is for Wisconsin Dunes LLC. This is a modification request under 382.16B of the Adams County Land Division Ordinance to allow access to the proposed lots via a private access easement over a private road on property located in the southwest quarter, southeast quarter, southeast quarter, southeast quarter, section 26, township 20 north, range 5 east, and the northeast quarter, northwest quarter, northeast quarter, and northwest northeast quarter, section 35, township 20 north, range 5 east, parcels 30-341, 30-342, 30-443, 30-444, all in the town of Rome. The land division ordinance allows you to access up to 5 lots via a private road or easement. They do have to have the written rights and responsibilities, which they do have. This will end up being 7 lots being accessed off of this private roadway up in at Wisconsin Dunes. And we done anything? I don't know. The town of Rome does not object. The town, the zoning administrator supplied that on December 1st of last year. And I'm assuming the applicant is online to discuss, or is Asian? John, are you online?
We're here.
Anything to add?
Nope, nothing to add.
Okay, any questions from the committee? Seeing none? Is there anybody out there that wishes to speak in favor of this request? Is there anyone out there that wishes to speak against this request? Hearing none, it's up to the committee. Yes.
Motion to approve.
Move to approve by Randy. Second by Julio. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Knockrainer,
Yes.
Gilner,
Yes.
Chaffee,
Yes.
Turco,
Yes.
Carbolio.
Yes.
Dolzel,
Yes.
Peason,
Yes.
Sale,
Yes.
Have to go before the full board?
Nope.
Okay. Motion's approved. This closes the public hearing portion of the meeting. Next up is the financial report, unless the surveyor's online.
Do you want to get your call? So the financial report, January is one of our slower months, and the numbers are still actually pretty good. The numbers are a little weird, this being today is the first on this report. I don't believe some of the deposit we made yesterday has been included in yet. That happens pretty rarely, but because it's so close to the beginning of the month. Otherwise, not much of a story to tell as far as that goes. Permit report, we have been busy. We've issued a number of tourist rooming house renewals. We've also about 62 permits so far this month issued, or excuse me, in January, which is well ahead of last year. A lot of those are the transfer containers. We're going through the renewal process on those for everybody right now. Revenue wise, the report does show it's a little bit down, but again, I think that's just timing issue. Next month should be probably be about the same, and then the following month should actually be more representative. All I have on that permit report. I kind of just did that.
Oh, planning and zoning division updates.
Catching up on paperwork, we have been working quite a bit out in the town of Quincy again. We are picking back up on camper identification with for the transfer container portion of it. And Dan, he's not been here almost a month and doing a really good job. He's
Keeping it busy.
no doubt about that. And other than that, I don't have much for other updates.
Okay, next meeting date is March 1st. Jody,
I don't know what the agenda holds for the next meeting, but if there's public hearing in regards to the revisions, could we consider moving it to a nighttime?
no, because then we get done way too late.
But then they would be able to attend.
It's one day a month.
Yep.
At
So I guess
this
maybe we
point, I say
could,
no.
could we put that on the agenda? Can we?
At this point, I say no. 3 o'clock, March 1st.
Thank you.
Yeah, ready.
Before you adjourn, I'd just like to say, maybe to the new members, and I think you were on yet. When we go to those conservancy districts, we keep going back to those quite often again, and we're gonna try and limit them if we get some of this other stuff that Dusty's came through, correct?
That is part of the
deal,
Yeah.
if we do it, because I don't know if you remember, Rocky, we used to, when we had a
We used to
conserv,
visit.
anything that involved the conservatory district, we had to take a worksheet out with us, a questionnaire. Were you one of them? Okay,
We went
had
to his house.
we had to do, we had to do a site visit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to say, like, questions were, does this impact the residents of Adams County? Does this? And it was really got bad. And I just really look forward to, we finally just quit doing that. And I would really recommend we move forward on that part of this. Because most of the ones we went on were, you'd be standing on a, overlooking a creek 300 feet down below you. And you were way up in the, okay, I don't remember yours specifically, but I remember a lot of them. And they were, because these were all done with a colored pencil back in like 77. And nobody had scales, they just,
Well, the problem that I had with it was that my house was built 1848.
okay,
So in 1970, somebody comes in and puts a color on a map over my house.
Well, they never
Yeah.
really looked at
And then I can't do anything.
right.
it. Okay.
I don't know how that happens.
Committee members, don't forget to sign the ordinances before you leave the room. And meeting adjourned.